Hi, welcome to Math 25. I'm going to be your instructor for this class. My name's Elizabeth Canis. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself and also kind of show you how the class is going to be working. So first off, this is my 7th year here at Chaffey College. Prior to teaching at Chaffey, I taught at Pasadena City College for 6 years, and then I also have taught high school as well. My background, besides teaching, I have a master's degree in math, a master's degree in education. I have a single subject teaching credential in math, so that's kind of all my education and math experience, and then my bachelor's degree is also in math, and they're all from UC Riverside. So if you have any questions about that school, you could ask me about that. Anyway, I love teaching. I do miss the classroom in person, and I look forward to that again. But for now, I've been enjoying trying to get to know some of my students online. And just so you know, the more that you interact on discussion boards and through email and attending my Zoom office hours, it could feel a little bit more like a normal in-person class, if that's what you've been craving. So if you take a look, what I have here is our Canvas course. This is our home page. Just kind of starting out, letting you kind of remember, realize what success, what it takes to have success. And so with our class, I know not everyone is always successful in math, and we're hoping to change that a bit. But there's a lot that goes into success. It's not just that people are naturally smart. They do have to work hard. And so I love this iceberg illusion because it just reminds you about the importance of sacrifice. And there is sometimes failure and disappointment. And the more that you persist and work hard and have discipline and dedication, you can succeed in this course. But again, often all we see is this big iceberg of success and don't realize all the things that really go into it. And so I just want you to know that you can do it. If you have any questions at all, any time, please reach out. And if you see on the left side of our Canvas, there's a few different places that you can get some help. One is visiting my office hours. So if you just click on that, it takes you to a page that has my office hours. Some are by appointment, so that way you can make a little 15-minute block, and you could check out the video on here to find out how to make an appointment, or you can just drop in, and if you click on these links, it takes you right to my office hours. And office hours are just a chance for you to come in and ask me questions, get to know you a little bit, so please stop by. Don't be scared. The other thing that's going on this left column, besides the office hours, or visiting hours I like to call them, is the Success Center link. And so if you click on that, that will take you to another place where you can access tutoring. And so we have right on this home page for the STEM Success Center, scrolling down a little bit, there's math tutoring. You can click on that, and they have a whole bunch of online resources to help you out. We are going to have 4 DLAs for this class. If you don't know what that is, you're going to check that out in the syllabus, but it's a directed learning activity. And the way that I have it set up for my class is you can actually do what they call a DLA, or you can even go in for math tutoring, and you'll have to do that 4 times in the semester. So you can check all of that information out. I'm going to go backwards just a minute, back to our class. So I just use the back symbol in the upper left corner. And so another thing that we have is the student lounge and Q&A. So you can stick questions in here. You can also just, anything that you're kind of curious about or you want to share with the class, you could post in here. So it's not graded at all, but you can pose any questions that you have about the class here. So it's kind of nice instead of via email if you post questions that you have about the class on here, nothing personal, but if you're like not sure about what a DLA is or when it's due or something like that, you could post it here. That way other classmates who have that question would be able to see answers, and then if you know the answer, you could share that as well. The next thing that you'll see on the very bottom, these are 2 different online tutoring things that the school is providing you as well besides the Success Center, so you could check that out also. So there's lots of different resources to help you to be successful in our class. And so the 2 main parts that you're probably going to be using within Canvas is going to be the modules and then access to the syllabus. So if I first click on syllabus, you'll see that's the easy way to get to the link that normally, it's coming, thinking about it, will just pop up here. And so you can kind of see all the important details about our class here. And so again, my goal for you is to become a critical thinker, to learn how to problem solve. Some of this stuff is going to be hard, challenging, but the more that you work at it, you look at videos, you watch videos, you do the examples, work them all out, take notes, ask questions, you will learn. you don't learn math by just staring at the videos. You have to do math. And so there's just a little bit more about that in the syllabus. Our outcomes for the class are listed. Important dates this semester, we have Labor Day holiday, September 6th, Veterans Day, November 11th, Thanksgiving. And so with all of these dates, just to remind you that online services are not available, as well as my office hours are also not available. You can see my email address if you need to email me directly. You can also email me through Canvas. And then again, here's my visiting hours. You can make that appointment like I mentioned, or do the drop-in. And then if I keep scrolling along, you can see attendance and participation. So when we say attendance, we're an online class, but that means checking Canvas regularly. You need to subscribe to the announcements in Canvas. That's majority of the way that I will be interacting. If I have something I need to share with you guys, I post it in the announcements. And so a lot of our due dates are going to be on Sundays, but that doesn't mean wait until Sunday to do all of the week's work. You really need to be working on math throughout the week. And I want to remind you that for every hour that you used to be in class, you needed to study for 2 hours. So if you think about that, if you're in a 4-unit class, that's at least 4 units of just learning, which would mean watching the videos, taking notes, and asking questions. And then on top of that, an additional 8 hours doing homework, study time, more investigating and problem solving. And so I'll have activities throughout the course that are embedded within Canvas, or are something called a Desmos activity or a Palm. And then we also have majority of our homework is going to be done through an online homework system called Alex. So the main thing that you need to have for this class is to buy an access code to Alex 360. Alex 360 is the online homework program along with the ebook. So the ebook is College Algebra. No graphing calculators are allowed. You should just be using a basic scientific calculator for our class. Let's see, a couple other reminders. Technology. We're an online course. You need to be able to have reliable computer and internet access. Also a scanner, or you can be using your phone as a scanner because you're going to be uploading work as PDFs. So you need to be able to combine everything into a single PDF. You also will be asked to record a video of yourself providing explanations of some different problems. So that's going to be part of our assignments as well. So you need to make sure that you have access to a camera for that purpose. And if you don't, JP College, they are awesome, especially this semester. They're providing tons of assistance. They're giving grants to the bookstore to every student that's enrolled. Also, they're continuing on with their Chromebook loaner program. So again, if you do not have a reliable internet access or a computer or a webcam, please make sure that you check out their assistance. I also just want to remind you that I know this is an online course and there's tons of apps and resources out there, but we want to make sure that you are learning the material. While they're beneficial, and I'm going to highlight this right here, while they're beneficial learning tools, they are never to be used to do the work for you. Straight up copying what your phone gets you or what's on the internet doesn't mean that you are learning the math, and that's what we want. We want you guys to learn the math and be able to succeed and pass this class and then move on to wherever life is supposed to be taking you. And then just a little regards to communication, please make sure that you sign your name, first and last name, and what section you're in. Canvas normally does that, but just make sure that I know who's asking me questions and letting me know things. I also wanted to share with you that if you are stuck on any problems, one thing that I like to do is if you post in that student lounge area a question that you're having trouble with, maybe some handwritten work of what you've tried, I like to respond to those. And I'll respond with like a video, or even maybe some of your classmates will respond to help you out with that. Again, academic honesty, if I notice any kind of cheating of any kind, I will ask you to see me in a Zoom session. You'll probably receive a 0 for the assignment until you talk to me if I do suspect any cheating. So don't cheat. Just make sure that you try and learn the material. If you are part of DPS, please let me know if there's any accommodations or anything I can help you with. So again, going down to the assignments and grading, you have the Alex homework. You're going to go to alex.com and make an account if you don't have one. If you already do have one, that's awesome. You'll see in a minute that we have a course code and some other things to get access right away this week. There's even a financial aid access code, and then with the bookstore giving out money, you'll be able to access everything you need for this class. The other part of your grade is going to be on discussion boards and Canvas assignments. I already mentioned DLAs, and then we have our exams. There's going to be 4 exams. They're all taking place on Alex, and you will write down all of your work. You write the problem and you show your work. I will be grading your scratch work. If you do not submit scratch work, you will receive a 0 on your exam. We also have a midterm and a final, so you can kind of see the grade breakdown here. And then just reminding you that you have a growth mindset. You guys can do this. You can pass this course. It just takes hard work and good strategies in order to do that. So that was the syllabus. I just wanted to do a quick overview so you knew where you were headed, what you were heading into with our class. And then I wanted to point out that within Canvas, if you go to modules, this is where you're going to access all of your work. Reminder, we're totally asynchronous, so there are no class meetings. The only way that you can see me in person is through office hours. So here we go. Let's click on modules. I thought it took. And so here we go. These are our modules. So the very first thing that you're going to have to do is work through this welcome module. Just a quick glance of all these little things that you need to take care of. And so I would complete this all like your very first or second day of class. There's resource module, and again, you can access this anytime throughout the class. And then the first week, you're going to be learning about functions, kind of reviewing some stuff. So right now you can see that week 1 is grayed out. You do not have access to this until you complete the prerequisite, which is completing the entire welcome module. So if I go back up, as soon as I complete everything in this welcome module, this little section, sorry, making it easy, this little section here, and I'll kind of show you the requirements. So this says view. So as soon as you click on it and look at it and viewed it, it will have a little green check mark that you completed that. Then the welcome video play pause it. You have to score at least 6. You can keep doing it until you score 6. Hopefully that's not too bad for you. This says you need to submit, so you will upload a single PDF of the syllabus KWL, which will be explained. You have to submit a discussion, which is just an introduction saying who you are, and then view the syllabus. And again, as you do these things, little check marks will appear. So we already went and looked at visiting hours, and so you can see a little check mark already happened here. So as you go through and complete all of these, you want to see green check marks on the far right side. As soon as those are all done, then this module will open for you. Okay? As soon as this module is open, you want to be able to complete all of these things, and you can see they're all due by August 22nd, which is Sunday. So again, if I go here, I'm going to click on that intro welcome letter. And the way that I work through a module is I read everything that's on this page. Don't just skim it. Read everything on this page. And then you would hit next. Okay? The day 1 assignment and welcome play pause it video are due today. So here's the welcome video play pause it. You want to make sure that you complete that. It'll have a play option in a moment. And so as soon as you play that, again, it's due by August 17th. As soon as you play that and work through that, you'll get credit. So then the next thing, again, I'm clicking on the bottom right. And my screen, by the way, has this purple thing around it because I'm in student view, so that way I can see it as you see it. So the other thing that is due by the end of the first day of class is this uploading document. So just making sure that you're okay with uploading a PDF. So what you need to do, the assignment will help you learn about the course. So we already skimmed through the syllabus, so that's hopefully was helpful for you, but I want you to read it as well. So you can download and print this 3-page worksheet. So if you click on this blue thing that's hyperlinked, it will pop up in another window. And so I'm going to click over to that tab that popped up. And so this is a KWL chart. And what you're going to do is think about, what do you already know about this course? So this is before you read the course syllabus. What do you know? What do you know about it? You know that there's going to be a midterm. You know that there's going to be a final. And then if you scroll down, the W is, what do you want to know? What are your questions that you have about this class? Write those down here. And then what have I learned? Well, now go read the syllabus, look at what you learned, and then jot down some more notes here. Okay, as soon as all 3 of those pages have been filled out, you're going to upload those into one single PDF, and you'll upload them. I go back to Canvas. It says Start Assignment in the upper right. You click on Start Assignment, and then you scroll down a little bit, and it will ask you how you want to pick your file or where you want to get it from. You can just choose the file off of your computer, submit it. You'll see some confetti happen as soon as you complete that. And so again, those are due by the end of the first day in order to stay in the class. And then I just hit next, and again, I'm just working through the modules. So if you go back to the modules on the far left, you can see all of these things that we just looked at. So welcome letter, the play pause it video, the day 1 assignment, and now we're at the discussion introductions. And so if I want to go back where I was, I can just click on that discussion introductions, and I'll just keep hitting next as I work through the rest of those things. So for our discussion boards for this class, there will be a discussion board once a week. Normally they're not necessarily math related. They're just ways for us to kind of get some communication and conversation going. And so I ask that you apply to at least one of your classmates. So for full credit on a discussion board, you have to post and respond to one other classmate. And so if you scroll down, this week's topic is introductions, and so there's some commentary about how to update your Canvas profile so that way it has a picture of you, and then a couple questions to think about as you think about your post. And so I did my little introduction, and I threw in a picture of my family right there. And so I want you guys to do the same thing. You can share a picture if you'd like. You can also do a video if you want to as well. So one of the options when you click on the reply, besides adding in text, you can actually, if you click on the little play button, you can upload or record media. You can make a little video intro if you want to do that. Okay, so we're going to cruise on, and you would post that reply to see what else you guys have going on in this welcome module. This is just saying that there is a syllabus, and if you click on the syllabus link, it takes you to where the toolbar took you. Next. Mark as done is one way to kind of get through some pages, and so you'll see a little circle that will say mark as done. And so if you see before I hit next, it's right down here, mark as done. That means I did this thing. So right now we're just saying that we looked at this page, and so let's look at what this next page is. It wants you to look at strategies for success norms. And so again, read all of this. I know it's several sentences. Make sure that you read it. It's going to ask you to add a few points to this Google Doc. So you'll click on that hyperlink and it will open up a Google Doc. As soon as you have completed that, just say mark as done, and then you can move on to the next page. So please make sure that you submit that first. This is the communication plan. Again, you have access to this all the time. You can click on it, but I just want to give you a few heads up. Bringing your attention to Canvas notifications. This is really important that you change your notifications on Canvas, especially for announcements and comments, because I will comment on your work, and I want to make sure that you're getting those messages as well. So, and again, mark as done, and then move on to the next page. This is going to take you to our visiting hours. Again, we already saw that. Click to the next page. There's a little play pause it video for Alex. Make sure you watch that so that way you know how to access Alex. And once you get your 5 points on that, because that's worth 5 points, and you can keep redoing it, so if you do miss anything, you're going to go and create your Alex account. And so we have a class code here. Here's our class code. This is what you'll need when it says class code. If you're not ready to buy it yet, you can use this financial aid access code. It is only good for 2 weeks. It does not add an additional 2 weeks to your account or anything. And again, now with the bookstore offering some money in the bookstore, you should all be able to have access within the first couple days of our class. Now it is worth Alex itself is worth 20% of our grade in our class. So this right here shows you the main things that we'll be working on in Alex. And so once you do all that, once you actually go in and create your Alex account, you can mark that as done and then move on. And so the last thing in our module is to take a little syllabus quiz. And again, it's worth 8 points. Do your best. I know you can. And once you complete that, you'll have completed the welcome module. If I hit next, you'll see it's taken me already to the next module, which is all the resources, and you could skim through those. Look at whichever ones that you need. They're just resources. You can read them now and then remember that you have access to them throughout the semester. So there's like a 25 handbook. These are going to be the worksheets that we work through most of the time, and just a few other things that might be helpful. And so as soon as that's done, then this week 1 module will be open, and so you can review factoring and functions. All right, I hope that was helpful for you. If you have any other questions at all, please make sure that you send me an email. I'm really excited about this class and hope you have a great semester. See you soon.